What a night, dude. What a night. I just got finished watching the fights. Crap. Poirier's for real. That chin of Poirier is for real at 155, man. And Chandler, Michael Chandler, dang. I mean, I think I said in my prediction that it was either like if Chandler wins, it's gonna be I don't know if I said it was gonna be early. It's either gonna be early by knockout TKO or it's gonna go the distance and he's gonna wear Dan Hooker out. It was one of those. I think it was something along those lines. I didn't really expect the knockout. I expected him to like wear him out and it go the distance, or maybe a late round stoppage. I didn't. I don't even think I. But like Chandler is so fast. His hands are so fast. I think a lot of people are gonna be really starting to look at American Top Team from now on, dude. You think about it, it's two guys, two lightweights. Well, or Chandler maybe no Chandler. I think he might have been with the Henry Hoof gym. I think that's where he's from. They're probably affiliates with Top Team. Cause I don't know. I don't know their location. But anyway, I mean, fantastic performances. I mean, Poirier got Conor with what Conor needed to catch Poirier with. Like watching it when Conor was pressuring him. One thing I didn't factor in is like, is Conor gonna have? This is a southpaw versus southpaw matchup. Is Conor gonna have an intelligent lead hand? He had a good jab. I mean, he always has an intelligent right hand. You know, because when he landed shots that he hurt Poirier with, but the left hand, I think he hurt him once in the second round with the left hand. That one time he actually hurt him, but that's just watching the fight one time that I saw that. It was mainly that right hand when he was like Conor needed combinations. He needed to keep his hand. He actually did need to keep his hands up. Like, I mean, there's a lot of things he got away with back when he was younger. I don't think it's a youth thing either, because I think both these guys are in their prime. I think you're seeing the best versions of both these guys. Same thing with Chandler. Hooker, probably the same thing with Hooker. If not, then he's about to be. But I'd say it's about the same thing with Dan Hooker. But you know, Connor's always had this, you know, the wide stance, karate stance, this wide karate boxer's stance, and leg kicks have always been a potential problem for him. But he would set the traps, and usually, I mean, if Dustin was a conventional fighter, he probably would have been in trouble. There would be no lead, like there would be no lead hand he could use unless he started throwing left hooks. But yeah. Well, at the same time, I'm forgetting about, you know, the move of the fight was the calf kicks. Those calf kicks. Connor's never been hit with them. He's never been hit with them, or at least not to that extent. Uh, and he was facing a guy. He was facing a different fighter. Dustin is not the same Dustin that Connor fought at you know, 6 years ago, whatever. And I guess Connor was trying to bring that to life. I think he might have been planning on setting those doubts, making him remember those things, and letting that play a factor. But Dustin's a dog. You know, like, he's a dog. He's a complete fighter, and he's shown that I wouldn't be upset with a Poirier Habib rematch, man. I don't know. There's something about this Poirier that, but Habib is Habib. If he said he wanted to fight Poirier or Chandler, I'd be all for it. I'd be all for it if Habib said he wanted to fight either one of them. I don't think, obviously, that wasn't the UFC's plan. The UFC was banking on Conor to win, and they could set that up. Didn't work out that way. I don't know. I don't really think Habib will come back. Like, I think if Conor did win in spectacular fashion, Habib probably would come back, but now I'm not so sure. If he does, if he does and he fights either one of those two, I'll be ecstatic for it. You know, I want to see a rematch with Dustin. I feel like it's a different, it's a different Poirier. But, Habib is, like I said, Habib's Habib. It would have helped Conor if he did fight more often. But the UFC kept Conor out of 2020 because they couldn't afford him. It's the only reason it took a year. It took until fans could come back and they can get enough, to cover a Conor fight. To make a profit off Conor fight, They did everything they could to make a profit off for this card. That's why there was limited fans for a month. That's why pay-per-view prices went up. All of this was to cover a Conor fight. And they did. Now the potentially biggest pay-per-view that the UFC could ever have is probably gone, but once again, it's proven that the lightweight division is the best weight division in the UFC. Anything can happen, and a fight's a fight. Anything can happen. But yeah, those were awesome fights. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the fights, and if you like this video, hit that like. Don't forget to subscribe. Till next time, we'll see you.